my name is Shannon Costello and I am a registered dietitian with Corporate Fitness Works. We're in my home kitchen today getting ready to make some granola bars. Granola bars are a great snack to have on hand when you're on the go or just need something quick. But a lot of store-bought bars are packed with added sugars and often lack having enough protein and fiber. So making your own granola bars at home is really simple, and it allows you to control the type of natural sweetener you're adding while using ingredients that are naturally high in fiber and protein. The base of our granola bars is of course going to be oats. Oats are a great source of soluble fiber, and this type of fiber is known to help improve cholesterol levels as well as control blood sugars. We're also going to be using these little guys. They're called chia seeds. Chia seeds are also packed with fiber and protein, but also omega-3 fatty acids, which is a type of fatty acid that we have to get from our diet and is known to improve heart and brain health. We're going to be adding some sunflower seeds. These are unsalted but roasted for some extra flavor. Again, packed with fiber, protein, but also some trace minerals such as zinc. We're naturally sweetening our granola bars using ripe bananas and dried fruit. Your dried fruit can be craisins, cranberries, regular raisins. I'm using golden raisins as well as some chopped dates. This is, again, going to pack your granola bars with vitamins and minerals like magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, and copper. The last sweetener we'll be using is honey. You can also use 100% maple syrup. Maple syrup and honey also come with a little bit of vitamins and minerals so that added sugar is put to good use. The honey as well as the peanut butter or your choice of nut butter, whether that's cashew butter, almond butter, whatever you would like. These two ingredients will help glue all the ingredients together. Whenever you're choosing a nut butter though, make sure you go for an unsalted version so that we can adjust our own salt in our recipes. Another glue to help moisten our rolled oats is going to be vegetable oil. Try to use a pure vegetable oil such as olive or avocado. That's going to be a healthy fat source known as unsaturated fat. Those good fats will help improve our cholesterol and heart health as well. You have the option of adding some protein powder if that's something that fits into your lifestyle. If you're going to be adding this protein powder, try to choose an unsweetened version since we're already adding quite a few sweeteners with our banana, dried fruit, and honey. And then last but not least, we'll be adding a healthy dose of cinnamon and a dash of salt to help round out the flavors of these granola bars. The first thing we need to do is combine our chia seeds with water. So you're going to be using about 2 tablespoons of chia seeds for 6 tablespoons of water. When you combine these and let it sit for about 5 minutes, it'll start to form a gel. The chia seeds will absorb the liquid, and we're going to use this like it is an egg. So this is a good egg replacement, but it has added fiber, which is what we're looking for in these granola bars. So we're just going to combine those, gently stir, and set it aside again for about 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven to about 350 degrees and prepare an 8x8 baking dish for the granola bars. Next, we're going to be combining the dry ingredients. So you'll have your oats in a large mixing bowl. I'm going to add my sunflower seeds, my dried fruit, your optional protein powder, our delicious cinnamon. So I'm going to use about 1.5 teaspoons. This is a great seasoning to add to help control blood sugars when you have carbohydrates in your meal. And then about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That salt is important just to bring out the flavors. And I'm just going to combine those until my gel is ready. Next, we're going to be combining our wet ingredients in a blender. By blending these together, it's going to create a really smooth, creamy texture so that when we pour it into our dry ingredients, it comes together nicely. So I already have my bananas. I'm going to add my vegetable oil, then your nut butter. Again, I'm using an unsalted peanut butter. It's going to add some really good flavor. And lastly, the honey or maple syrup. We'll just blend that until it's nice and smooth. Now we mix it all together. So we'll combine our wet ingredients into our big mixing bowl. I'll scrape all of that out, and then we'll also put in our chia gel. As you can see, it's formed this kind of pudding-like texture. So we'll add that in there, and this will be our fiber-packed egg replacement. I've stirred all my ingredients up really well, so it's formed kind of this dough ball. It's going to be slightly sticky, but you can see everything's really mixed in. And then I have my 8x8 baking dish, and what I did here is I just lightly sprayed some cooking spray on it, and then I lined it with parchment paper. I like to do this because one, it makes the cleanup much easier, but two, when our granola bars are ready, I can easily lift it out and put it on a cutting board using the parchment paper rather than having to scoop and try to keep everything together. So I'm just going to transfer this into the baking dish, just gently smoothing it out with my spatula so that I get it in all to the corners and it's evenly spread across the pan. These granola bars are going to be more like squares, and they're going to be nice and thick. These ingredients are very substantial, both calorie and nutrient dense. So this is a good snack, but I also can have it for breakfast with a piece of fruit on the side, some trail mix on the side, whatever you feel like doing with these granola bars. But now that we have it nice and smoothed out, I'm ready to pop it in the oven. So my oven is at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and these should cook for about 30 to 35 minutes because of their thickness, but you'll just check them about halfway through, rotate them in the oven if you need to, and they're finished when they're golden brown on top and firm to the touch. My granola bars took about 35 minutes to bake in the oven, and before I slice them, I want them to be completely cool. So you can notice that it's now firm to the touch. I had it cooling on a baking rack for at least an hour. So now that they're cool, I use my parchment to just transfer that over to my cutting board. And then you'll just want to use a really sharp knife to get some nice clean slices here. And you can divide this up however you prefer. I like to do about 16 squares, so I go in half and then each half and a half. So I have 4 rows going each way. So here you have your 2 different options for cutting. You can do a smaller square shape. This is great for a snack, or you can keep it in more of a long rectangular bar shape, and that would be great for a breakfast or a larger snack. And then from here, you can either individually wrap these in plastic wrap, keep them fresh that way, easy on the go, packable snack. You can store it in an individual container, or just keep it in one large airtight container in your refrigerator. And if you don't eat it within the week, they can be frozen as well. And if you take them out of the freezer the night before you need it, they'll thaw perfectly in time for your breakfast or morning snack. I hope you enjoy.